I'm going to do something a little different. I am going on a camping trip, and I'm going to give you a little glimpse into my world, my private life, camping with family members. Unfortunately, Sarah's not going to be on this trip either. She's tied down to an issue with our cat, who is experiencing some medical issues, and tomorrow might be operated on. However, I thought I would make a fun little video. Really not a lot of historical interest in this one, although there is some. The place we are camping has a connection to a logging history going up to Fraser Flats, and I thought you might be interested in kind of how we do our camping experience. I have a lot of people in my audience who will tell me that my videos help them out because they're not able to get out anymore. They might be shut-ins, just can't get around, can't afford to get around. And so I consider this a blessed time in my life where I can do these kinds of things. Now, I'm approaching the area where they filmed Back to the Future 3, but this railroad track here is where they filmed a lot of Little House on the Prairie. And you see the tracks go around the bend right there. Back to the Future 3 set. And I'm not going to show you that today because I've showed that enough. But up here is Table Mountain, and there was a big S painted on it. And it was actually in the background of Back to the Future 3. And one of the shots, the train pulls up to the track, and Doc is in his, what do you call that, a work barn, I guess? But that mountain is in the background. This is one of the routes to Yosemite. A lot of people from San Francisco, when they go to Yosemite, will come through here, through the Big Oak Flat entrance. One of the villages that you would go through would be Chinese Camp. Right here was a building called the Winkin Lantern. Roll down my window here. Winkin Lantern was right here. And somebody told me that Slim Pickens stopped in there one time.
The Winkin Lantern started out as a reputable restaurant and bar establishment in the 1950s, but later was known as a hive of illegal activity in its days as a strip joint. Later, a motel was added. A fire of suspicious origin burned the building in 2018. Nothing remains today but a bunch of RV squatters on its concrete slab.
Okay, right here is the Yosemite Junction. I want to show you something here. Let me just take a little detour, go through Chinese Camp, give you a little update on how that looks. Sadly, all the historical buildings that burned, that were standing still, the brick Wells Fargo building, it is gone now.
Right at this location, called the Yosemite Junction, was a gas station and store that has long been erased from the Central California landscape. The Yosemite Junction Inn and Coffee Shop offered gasoline and liquor as well as cabins across the street.
So let me do a little historical detour for you. I'm here at the what's called Yosemite Junction. And there used to be a gas station right here. And then opposite over here was an auto court. I guess a little motel. I found a postcard of it. And all I see over there is like the little remnants of a electrical box. You would never be able to tell that there was an L-shaped motel right here. Sure that a lot of people who went to Yosemite would have been staying here. And I'm not sure, but this electrical box may have something to do with this abandoned facility. All right, well, I'm doing a quick stop here at Chinese Camp. Well, this is outdated. Talks about things that aren't here anymore. We were here in late September, and this we showed you was the historical district. And sadly, the Wells Fargo Express office was standing. It was a brick building right here. They have since leveled it. It is so sad to see it all gone. is right here. And of course, you know that this was the doctor's house, the only doctor here in town. His house is gone. It was a two-story house. There's a big pile of brick over here. I'm sure that this is the brick that was in the Wells Fargo Express office over there. You see the trees are all charred from that fire. There is one remaining wall left, and I'm wondering why they didn't tear it down. The rocks up there are scorched. The rest of it completely wiped away. The most historic district in Chinese camp obliterated by fire. I'm so glad that we documented it because it's all gone. It's all gone. Not even the trees remained. The boarding house was right here. Well, if anyone could tell me what this was, I'd be curious to know. 2 pillars to something. Now look at all the debris down here. The doctor's house had a basement in it, and it looks like they filled it in here too. But his windmill is still standing. It reads Sampson Stover of Freeport, Illinois. I wonder if I have any viewers in Freeport. All right, enough with sadness, right? Let's go have some good times of camping. Well, you know me, I was traveling between Chinese camp and the road to Sonora, and I saw this historical marker, and I see that someone has ripped it off.
Not only did thieves steal the historical plaque, but time stole the entire town of Montezuma, one of the earliest gold rush settlements in Tuolumne County. The first recorded mention of Montezuma dates to June 1850, when it began as a trading post known as the Montezuma Tent. It was operated by Solomon Miller and Peter Orand. During tensions surrounding California's foreign miners tax, Orand was killed in an attack by Mexican miners. Montezuma suffered from a lack of water, and for its first 2 years, mining was limited. When a ditch and flume finally brought water to the area in 1852, the camp expanded rapidly. Montezuma reportedly had around 800 residents with 4 saloons, 2 hotels, a church, a post office, an express office, and numerous cabins, tents, and homes. Placer gold mining occurred on the flats, and miners also tunneled beneath nearby Table Mountain. The camp's claims to fame was a large gold nugget discovered in 1853 weighing over 18 pounds. The town of Montezuma eventually burned down in 1866 after a fire started in Clark's Hotel. These are the Sierra Railroad tracks. I couldn't even begin to tell you the number of films that were shot here on this railroad. And off in that direction is where the Back to the Future 3 set was a long time ago. Quite sure that I saw Kenny Rogers, who was filming Gambler 2, and I'm sure that he rode on these rails as well. Tom Selleck, Christopher Lloyd, Michael J. Fox, Mary Steenburgen. Crazy amount of movie history shot here. And this is the direction to Jamestown, where Railtown 1897 is located. It's a state historic park. This is kind of a real kick here, because on the route to Jamestown, they built this roundabout, and I watched them as they were excavating the site and didn't know what they were doing. And it's the Chicken Ranch Indian Casino and Resort. You can gamble to your heart's content, and you can stay, but I've not been here. I'm not into gambling. I've lost money before, and it's not fun losing money. It is a very busy road here. I'm going to try to talk over it, but
This is where the Standard lumber mill operation was located, and the old historic depot was right here on this curve, right about where that post office building is. It's very sad, but that grand structure is gone. I'll show you a little bit closer where it was. So right here on this bend, right where it reaches its peak to the north, was the Sonora Railroad Depot. Had an Oriental look to it, Japanese look to it. It's located right about where that, between that white pickup and that black car there. Like a Hyundai, maybe? And over here was the county hospital. So right about here is where a spur went off in that direction to service the Standard Lumber Company, which was here until about 1910. And then it actually relocated to a place that is now called the town of Standard. But this was the hub of Sonora at one time. They brought in lumber and they milled it, they planed it, they shipped it out on the railroad. And it basically was encompassed all the way up to Mono Drive up there. And now there's a Safeway store back there, and the post office. I cannot say with any degree of certainty, but that building up there with the rusty tin on it, little dormer coming out, I believe is part of the old Standard Lumber Company buildings. It's so sad that that depot is not here, because it would have been quite a tourist attraction, I think. Just a beautiful building. Why they tore it down, I'll never know. There goes the logging truck. But I find it ironic that Sonora Lumber is located right here. And this was all part of Standard Lumber Company operations right here. This entire parking lot was just covered. So if you had been out here in 1909, you could have found a lot of work here. It went all the way, I think, up to that pine tree up there. And all this area was covered in buildings and lumber operations. I believe that house in the background is in some of the shots that I've seen and photographed. So let me give you a kind of an elevated view of this whole area. I was wrong, it's not Safeway, it's Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. But right about where that bank is, all through this parking lot was Standard Lumber Company. Well over 100 years ago. Crazy. They've got some old mining equipment right here, just to the north of the site of what was the Standard Lumber Company. Little plaque there that talks about intersection project that was done in '96. There's another, looks like a bucket from a dredge right here. There's even a subway here on the site of the former lumber mill that was here. I understand that they bought a farm out in Standard, which is east of here, and they moved their entire operation, and then Sonora developed this area eventually.
I don't know about you, but I think it would be so cool to have a time machine and go back to that era, 1900s, to check out what was happening here at the time. I think we'd be completely blown away with how life was different and how much harder people worked. All right, so I'm gonna have a little fun with this one. Just stopped in with McDonald's here in Sonora, and I met one of my subscribers, and I asked him to come out here and see if he'll go on camera, and he said he would.
Hey, how you doing?
Pleased to meet you, John. You just saw me in there?
Yeah.
What led you to my channel?
I was just going through YouTube one day, and one of your videos popped up.
Any particular one that you remember?
The one over in Jamestown?
Yeah.
The cemetery?
Yeah.
Up there?
Oh, yeah, a long time
remember
ago.
that cemetery years ago. I was up there.
Not buried.
No, these have a list out in front.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
actually the people that were buried there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there anymore.
I don't think so.
I didn't see it in the video.
But yeah.
I moved up here from the Bay Area about 25 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Milpitas in the 60s
Oh, wow.
as a kid. Yeah. We moved to Modesto.
Oh, yeah, out there by Fremont Drag Strip.
Yeah,
and all that.
and at that time there was nobody out there. It was all wide open country.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area. It was all orchards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When I was a kid.
It's crazy how California has changed.
I don't even go over there anymore. It's just too much of a rat race for me.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you being a fan of the channel
That's great.
and willing to go on camera
I
right
couldn't
here.
believe it, you know. I saw you in there. I'm like, it has to be him.
I appreciate it, John. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you.
All right. So I got to tell you, life is getting crazy, folks. It seems like wherever I go, I'm getting recognized, which is neat because it proves that people are watching my videos. Now, John there, he lives up in Twain Harte. He said that he's been watching for a number of years, and he was in there. He saw me, and he said, that can't be him. The funny thing is, I just told him that some lady up in, I think, Wisconsin or Minnesota, she texted me, or she didn't text me, she instant messaged me through our Facebook page. And she said, I just saw you in your van. I said, well, it couldn't have been me because I'm in California and I don't really have a van. I have a SUV. As you can tell, it's full of camping stuff. I don't think I've ever been more loaded up with stuff in my life. But it was a pleasant surprise to see John here, and he was willing to go on camera, and I thought I'd throw him into the video. So, on to camp. Well, I'm in Sugar Pine, California, and I saw this, and I just wanted to stop and show this wagon to you. It says it's private property. But look at this view. I'm so fortunate to live in such a beautiful state. A lot of folks over there will remember when this was Kelly's Kitchen, famous restaurant up here. Now it's Haley Homes Incorporated. Lots of people camp up here at this time of year. Actually, the reason I stopped here is because I saw a sign that says historical marker 500 feet ahead, so I'm gonna go over there and see what that one says. Cool little wagon wheel. Very cool little display here. Miniature buildings. It's outside of looks like a real estate office. All right, let's see what this says. The Sonora Pass Mono Road toll gate, Fine Hotel and Stables near the spot in 1850s. Jedediah Smith reported to have been the first white man to cross over or near the Sonora Pass 1827. Portion of the road built by the Tuolumne County Water Company 1852. Surveyed to Bridgeport, Mono County 1860. Completed in 1864 when 6-horse team took 3 weeks for a round trip Sonora to Bridgeport. Now there's also some very dark history associated with this place. It's because Cary Stayner, the guy who killed the 3 tourists in Yosemite, he came up this way. And before he dumped one of the bodies, actually it was the mother and the foreign exchange student who were in the back of his vehicle, in the trunk, dead. He stopped at this store here. He stopped at this very store here called Reich's Outpost. On his dirty deed, he went up a little farther and he dumped the bodies of the 2 women I believe he torched the car, and they were in the trunk. Of course, people saw the fire, and that's how they found the dead bodies inside. Really sick individual. I was walking up the road here, and I saw the sign, Milpitas Corn Festival, August 14th, 15th, at the Ford Motor Plant, South Main and Capitol. I'm from Milpitas. I think we left there in 1967, but that was one of my first houses. Actually, that was the first place that I remember living at in Milpitas, California. I've never heard of the Milpitas Corn Festival. Cute little cabin here with a sign that says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Thomas Jefferson. And that's what I'm doing. I'm pursuing happiness right now. Just having a cool day off. Thought I'd stop here in Miwok Village, or Sierra Village, I guess that's where I'm at, and show you the Pie in the Sky Pizzeria. It's closed now, but man, it was the best pizza in the world, man. It was incredibly great, and I have a lot of good memories here. We'd always stop here. It's been closed a long time. It's really sad when you see places like this. Look at this. We used to come up here and enjoy our pizza. And the table numbers, tap for beer, all closed. This is December 2024, so I don't know. I think it's been closed since then. Good family times there. We'd actually go up to the snow and stop here and have pizza. It was really good. There's the Sierra Market right there, Sierra Village Market. Now this little area here, I remember my whole life. There's a bear up here and he's always waving at us. There he is, see him? All right, maybe he's not waving. That's funny how your memory gets. I was such a funny kid because when I saw Gerald Ford in 75, I believe it was, and he flew from Fresno Airport up to, I think, Portland, Oregon, or someplace up there, and I mapped out the route that Air Force One was taking, and I calculated that Air Force One flew right over this area right here. Again, maybe it was the history hunter in training, but I was always fascinated with things like that. And even to this day, we live right underneath the flight path from like Washington, D.C. to San Francisco. And I often wonder how many presidents have flown over my house. A lot of people would call me a history geek, but I don't consider that geekish, but to each his own, right? I thought it was pretty neat though, when Obama visited Yosemite, they flew 4 helicopters, I believe from McClellan or someplace up in Sacramento. They flew the 4 helicopters down to Castle Air Force Base because he landed at Castle and they took a helicopter to Yosemite just like JFK did in '62. And I looked up at my backyard in Modesto and I saw the 4 helicopters flying over. So that's pretty cool to see Marine One and the companion aircraft fly right over the house, pretty much. It was a cool event. That doesn't happen every day. I just had to pull over and show you this. It's pretty cool. Over there where you see the rocks, that's Emigrant Pass or Emigrant Wilderness. They actually came through here. Crazy people at the time. Speaking of crazy people, there's a guy on a bicycle going up the hill here. Oh, he stopped. He's over there. I always thought it was crazy how people would be going up these inclines on a bicycle.
The Walker River Emigrant Trail was opened in 1852 and used by emigrant wagon trains until 1854. It diverged from the main California Trail at Fort Churchill in Nevada and swept south to the Walker River and passed through here to Sonora. The first major wagon train to use it was the Clark Skidmore Party. They struggled across the Sierra and had to be rescued near Relief Valley by men sent from Sonora and Colombia. In 1853, more than 2,000 emigrants and their livestock followed the route, hoping to reach the gold fields. Sonora promoters advertised it as the shortest road to the mines, but it was hell. Wagons sometimes had to be lowered by ropes, and ravines had to be filled with rocks to make passage possible. Many emigrants lost wagons, livestock, and supplies. A railroad surveyor later described it as the worst emigrant route imaginable, and by 1854 the trail had largely been abandoned as a wagon route.
Had a chat with him. He's Italian native, and he lives in Oakdale, and he's going up to Pinecrest. And he shared with me how difficult it was. My bicycle spent the night at Twain Harte, and he's on his way up. There he goes. Kind of feel sorry for the guy. Sorry, that's my propane tanks rattling around in the car. I'd much rather be going up there here in a vehicle than on a bicycle. He said it's uphill all the way. This is the winding road down to camp. Spring Gap Road. I shouldn't tell you where this is because I don't want people coming here. It's hard enough to find places to camp. Well, here's my home away from home for the next 3 days. Rolled in here on Thursday, June 11th, I believe it is. And I'm not going to leave until Sunday. That gives me plenty of time to camp. This is camp. Tent camping. Brett's here. He's got a computer here, and he's doing his astrophotography. Last night he loves coming up here to take pictures of the stars because there's hardly any ambient light. And he's actually rendering space pictures. And here's Steve.
Hello, Jeff. What
My
you doing?
kid's Uncle Steve. Ever faithful. Came up the day earlier to get a spot because there's plenty of places now, but usually you come here on the weekend and there's no place to camp. Oh, the great outdoors. Smell the pines. What is that smell? Oh, pit toilet. Yeah, there are pit toilets here at camp. Sometimes they're clean, sometimes they're not. But usually, they smell pretty rank. No camping would be complete without
Diet smoke?
nectar of the gods.
Commercial.
Diet Coke.
Commercial break.
This is my work from last night.
Now, you said these are not natural colors, right? If we were to look up in the sky with a telescope, we would not see them in those colors.
Well, if you used your eyes, it'd be black and white. Because in low light, you can't see color.
Colors represent different
But-
things.
Yeah, so the blue area is oxygen and emanates a blue-green color. And then the yellow area is a mix of hydrogen and sulfur. A true color image, the whole thing would be red.
This is what he does at camp. Now, you printed all this, right? 3D printer?
It's a combination of 3D printed parts and hardware. So
Right,
there are
obviously.
real metal pieces. This is 3D printed. This is store-bought.
Obviously, you bought this.
Yeah. The mirror was bought. It's fun.
It's brilliant. Brilliant, son.
Last night, I couldn't figure out why this guide scope wasn't showing an image, so I spent a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, trying to focus the thing, and then I realized the lens cap was still on.
Like I said, brilliant, son.
Was you getting frustrated?
Uh-huh.
Very frustrated.
I don't know if you care to see, but this is my humble abode for the next 3 nights. Sometimes there's a chore to find the most level spot. I have my sleeping bag with a pad, and right now I don't have the lid on it, the cover over it, because it's too hot right now. Otherwise it's like an oven in here. My son's like Inspector Gadget. Look at the solar collector here. He's got this. I mean, this is really roughing it, huh, folks?
How else are you going to charge your gear?
I don't have any gear. So what is it like being the son of the history hunter?
I don't know. I'm proud of you. It doesn't really affect me.
But you have coworkers in Davis that watch my channel.
Yes.
And they like me.
Yes.
Somebody likes me.
I like you. You're okay.
I was walking up out of camp, and a couple in the Jeep stopped, and he said what a lot of people will say, "Are you Jeff? I thought that was you. We watch your channel all the time, every Sunday." The ones that crack me up are the ones who say, "Are you still doing videos?" Because obviously they're not watching, because I put one out every week, typically on Sunday, although I'd like to step that up a little bit, especially as I retire. Maybe in about 2 years, I'll have a lot of time to devote to producing more videos. At least that's the goal. One of the pitfalls of staying in this first location here, this first campsite, is this cattle guard. Every time somebody rolls over here, it rattles pretty good. But this is a free cattle roaming area. We've actually had cattle and cowbells ringing through camp at different times. This is the first camp spot here. Nobody's taken it, but this boulder here was in the background of a video that my son and I recorded here a long time ago. And he interviewed me right here.
So, Jeffrey Benziger, welcome to the show this fine July day. Now, the reason you're on my show today is because not only are you camping with me, but I'm aware that you've recently become published twice. Care to tell us what that was like, the moment you found the book in the mail that you had published?
Well, it was no secret to me that I did my book, so obviously it was a long...
It was like laughter all around.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what is the title of your book? I think a lot of my fans aren't aware of it.
Well, our camp is right here along a creek, or actually it's a fork of the Stanislaus River, I think. And they stock it with fish and everything, but kids like to go there because it's shallow and they get in the water. It's usually just freezing cold. There's some examples of forest management. They went up here and they cleared out a lot of trees that were in danger of falling and contributing to the fuel that can really set this place on fire. Forest fires are absolutely horrible. The number of homes that are destroyed and the number of animals who are killed, and sometimes people are killed, as we saw up in Paradise. But this is part of the Stanislaus National Forest. So one of the things we like to do at camp is talk about past mishaps. So what happened to your eye? It's your left eye, right?
Yep, left eye.
Your brother did something to you a long time ago.
Yeah, my two younger brothers and I went down the alley from our house and we found a bunch of bamboo growing there. So we took some machetes and chopped them off and brought them all home, and we made this little bamboo hut, and then we started building a bamboo fence all the way around it. And my older brother came along and he wanted to start playing natives and get down inside there and throw spears at him. So I wanted to go in and watch TV because it was getting dark. So I told him, stop, I'm going in now. As soon as I raised up, go thump, and I got a spear stuck in my eye right under there, and just a big old flash made the pupil pop up like that, so it's kind of egg shaped. when I read something, the line goes like this for that eye. And the only thing that did good for that was came time for Vietnam Wars, and I passed everything in the physical except blind in one eye. So I was legally blind in my left eye.
So was that your brother Danny?
Danny did that.
Your oldest brother?
Yeah.
Did he catch hell for it?
Yeah, you know, for years I was saying he did that, and then one time I said, you know what? I've been saying you did this for years, but I don't really know because I didn't see who did that. And he said, yeah, I did it.
Wow. And your mom used to throw rocks at Bobby when he wouldn't come in the house, right?
Yeah.
He was on a fence or something?
Yeah. Crazy family, huh?
I just laughed my head off. My son had a mosquito. He had a mosquito on him, and he wanted me to spray. He wanted me to spray off on him. He closed his eyes. And I shot him pretty good in the eyes. And he said, oh, jeez. Yeah. Then he went and washed his eyes out. He said if he did that to me, it'd be elder abuse. Let's go interview the victim. How you doing? Oh, how does it feel?
Everything come out okay?
You wanted me to spray you with off. What happened?
You sprayed me in the eye.
Well, isn't that part of your face?
Too close.
Oh, it's that magical time of night when the mosquitoes come out, feasting on the human body. Good thing we have off, or my son may not think so. Right in the eyes. I didn't mean to do it, but first spray of the first can that I bought. I mean, it was a brand new can, and my first squirt was like fire hose. Yeah, I'm probably gonna catch hell for laughing about it, but I thought it was funny. Well, that's the first night here. The fire's going out. My son is up there, up on the ridge with his telescope, and he's got it set for a timer or something. And he said it's going to be out there for a couple hours. Well, it's getting my bedtime, past my bedtime, so I don't like hanging out in the dark where I don't know what's going on while he does his little time-lapse photography of the stars. So I got a radio. I'll see if he's still there. Brett, do you still read me? I got a bunch of bugs in my tent too. I don't think I've ever had that problem before. Brett, do you read me? He's probably busy setting it up. Either that or he's getting eaten by a bear.
Well, it's the next morning. I slept relatively okay. My sleeping bag's a little restrictive, but I thought I'd show you the river that flows through here. And there's a little fishing area here, a little platform for fishing. The water is so green, emerald green. Reminds me of the water when you look in the Merced River in Yosemite. Other than the dogs barking and the kids crying and the generators running, it's fairly peaceful down there. You know, when people badmouth California, this is what we see. We see a beautiful state. This camp actually was purchased by a Scott immigrant by the name of James Fraser. We always said Fraser, but it's probably mispronounced. And he bought this land up here, and then he sold it to the Standard Lumber Company. And they were logging here downstream until it burned, I believe about 1914. And then they operated a camp here, a logging camp where they obviously housed men, and they brought the railroad in. And from about 1917 to 1921, it was used as a logging camp. And there are some signs of the old rail bed and the trestle. And I believe I've spotted some of them. Across this fork of the river, you will see a concrete structure with two round pillars coming out of it. I think that's where the railroad crossed over the river into the camp. So yesterday we blew up his mattress I got for him at Walmart, and it would not fit in. So we had to deflate it and put it back in. You hear him in there snoring. So I'm going up the hill, away from camp, towards the bridge, which is upstream about, it's less than a mile. And there's this rather deep gorge here, and it's a spectacular view. And across the river, I've spotted some signs of where the old rail bed was, because I've stacked rock up like a wall to shore up that area. So this is the bridge, obviously. It's a newer bridge to replace the old bridge that was there for many years. It was crumbling apart, but here's some white water. This is the old rail bed right here. It's now a trail. It goes all the way up to Strawberry, I believe. Can you imagine those steam engines, like the little Heisler engines? It's just huffing and puffing down here as they transport lumber, build houses all over. You can almost hear the sounds of those trains and the whistle blowing. Okay, now I'm on the south side of the river here, and I believe that is the rail bed down there. You see running this way. All the trees have fallen over the years, boulders. This tree started growing straight out and then decided to go, oh, maybe I should go straight up. This is one of our favorite watering holes right here. Just jump in the water, but it's early June and it's cold. I've yet to get in there, but I need to take a bath. Cold.
Brett wanted to stop and see why so many butterflies were gathering on a wet area near the river. We looked up facts online and learned that butterflies land on mud or damp soil to puddle, a behavior where they drink mineral-rich water. This behavior is most commonly seen in males. The ingested minerals improve reproductive success.
So I put my tent up by myself, and how many people are working on this one? 1, 2, 4, 6. 6 people. Well, we've had some new family members arrive. Tell us who you are.
No, this is the queen. What do you mean I won?
Don't freeze up. You're a movie star.
What does it feel like to be the grandson of the history hunter?
My friends don't believe me.
They don't believe you. Why? They don't watch me, so why wouldn't they believe you?
Because I show them that you have 200,000 subscribers.
Oh.
And then they say that cap.
They said what?
They say cap.
What is that?
Lie.
Do I even need to hold it anymore? Yes, Jen. Oh my God. Bro, I see mate in
You didn't break it.
Here, you hold this. Here, you hold this for me.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
No, this is I'm done again.
How'd your hair get red?
I dipped it in the Red Sea.
Brother.
Maybe you had too much.
Every time I see my daughter, she's got a different hair color. I'm wondering when it's gonna be blue.
I think the wine got to her.
It's already been blue.
And how come you're not like red?
What?
How come you're not red?
Oh, I had pink hair.
Pink, okay.
I don't know where it went.
And you seem pretty normal.
You go like this?
No, she had pink hair too.
You had pink hair too?
Pink and purple.
Have you ever had blue hair?
No. She has. Now the blue?
And what did people say when they saw it?
Well, not fully blue, but like only a few strands of it.
I turned my hair gray.
It already.
Here, fine.
I turn around. Watch me.
I heard the sound effect from Crystal.
Okay, I gotta get a green. I see mate in 4. But
I go Twin Towers.
Wait, what's that kind of move?
Okay.
That's an illegal move.
Well, a cheater. He moved this there.
I said, never mind, because I didn't even put it down yet.
Oh, cheating. Cheating at chess.
Yeah, like imagine.
That's room. That is rules for expulsion from camp. That looks like it's your size.
yeah.
Yeah. It is about 7:30 and nobody else is up. So I'm going to read some books. Some history. This about Death Valley Scotty. Here's Death Valley Scotty's camp holdout. It's in a canyon 2 miles east of Highway 190. I'd love to find it someday. And this is the way it looked. And a little Bible reading too. All flesh is like grass, and all glory like the flower of grass. The grass withers and the flower falls, but the word of the Lord remains forever. I've been breaking up these almonds to give to the birds, and they take them. They really like them. So, how old are you?
12.
12? And you just beat me at chess. How long have you been playing?
A month.
Well, I've been playing since the 70s, but not really.
What do you mean, not really?
I haven't played in years.
Yeah, I haven't played in 5 years.
Oh, bull.
What do you mean, bull?
You played a bunch of games here since we got here.
Yeah, but like,
Ah.
before we got here, I haven't played in 5 years.
Yeah,
Last time I
right.
played was when I cheated against my brother.
Oh, okay.
Like, before all this.
My son is showing my grandson all about his robot that he made in Sacramento. 3D printed it. So now he's showing videos of it. This is my daughter Jennifer.
Hello, I am cooking vegetables and potatoes, but the potatoes are cooking really slow, so now I'm boiling them. So there's that.
Everything cooks really slow up here.
But then we're gonna have pulled pork tacos because I crock potted meat Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it like being the daughter of a history hunter?
Oh my god.
The history hunter.
It's annoying sometimes because
Why?
we get followed.
You don't get followed.
Yeah. I took my son to school and you got followed.
Oh.
Somebody came in and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, in the classroom? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That happened one time.
Well, in Disneyland, you got stopped like 3 times. You know, it's quite smoky over there. Look.
Meanwhile, I went out up the hill and collected all kinds of firewood so we could have a fire tonight. It's our last night. We're going home tomorrow. And I hear it's a scorcher in the valley. It's always nice to go home and have to unload your car in the valley when it's 103. It's been nice here though, about 83. Very hot in the sun. Obviously the best part about camping is just being with family and trying to get away from it all. Just getting down to the basics, cooking, cleaning, collecting firewood, putting up tents, and just having fun times around the campfire. I would recommend it for everybody, but you know, it's not for everybody, I guess. We just saw a disabled couple next door. They were here for like 2 nights that we were here, and just a couple by themselves, just enjoying their retirement years. It's kind of touching to watch.
As I watched my overly active last grandson playing carefree in the camp, I wondered if he will return as an adult with his children after I'm gone. When you're 64 years old, you begin thinking such thoughts, and that's why I want to fill each day in a full measure of appreciation for life. If you like this video, we hope you'll let us know in the comment section and give us a thumbs up. As always, we appreciate the time you spend watching our videos because we know how valuable time is.